Ooh, my voice. I forgot. Hi, everybody. Sorry, guys. I'm super late. Oh my God. Hi, guys. How are you? How's life treating you? My voice is cracked. I don't know what's going on. Looks like you guys, my makeup is jacked up. I was rushing to come on here. Um, but how are you? How's life treating you? Actually trying to see if I can set our topics for tonight with Benno and jump on. How is your week going? How's life treating you? I hope, I pray all is well on your end. And I apologize for my voice. My voice is a little bit cracked. I feel like I'm coming down with a cold, but we'll be fine. The show must go on. Sorry I'm late. I'm late to the party. Um, little lady and little man has a cold and took me a little bit longer than I expected, but here I am. Oh no. Okay, close that. I think because hi guys, welcome to the show. How are you? Make sure to share the live. Invite your friends as always. We're gonna do our homework really quick. I'm gonna post a banner really quick. I am so late to the party. I apologize. Um, got a little mommy thing that was going on that I needed to handle. So here I am. But we are here, and tonight's topic is a little. Um, our co-host suggested this topic. I hope he's here at 9 o'clock for us to cover this. Um, you guys saw me today, right? I was live today, um, talking nonsense. But let me put the topics up and then it's difficult to find good mistakes. Like, oh my gosh. So I'm gonna type this in as always. How was your week? I hope you guys can be engaging tonight. You know, I'm gonna type all these um, send that. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to get a banner up. No, why does my autocorrect always mess me up, you guys? Streaming, not screaming. We're going to start at 9:05 since I was 5 minutes late. Two. Let's go to here. You guys give me one moment. I'm so sorry. Um, yeah, let's see. We're gonna go to one second. I said shoot. I said shoot. Until just give me one moment, guys. You guys will have to deal with my feedback for now until I can actually get this on. Because once I log onto this, it's gonna give you guys a really bad feedbacks. And just sad. So we're gonna enter studio. We're gonna mute ourselves. Enter this banner. Here we go. We're doing it. Create a room for tonight. You guys, usually I have this. You guys. Okay. Mine there. Okay, guys. It's always something, right? Um, how are you guys doing tonight? We're talking about the difficulties of finding the one. Is it really? It's difficult. We're gonna do our due diligence and we're gonna share the story, the show. So please help, be nice, and share. Sharing is caring, guys. Sharing is caring. Alright, what about on theme? Is it difficult to find some? Is it difficult? So let's pin this and we're gonna edit it, put our hashtags, people, hashtags you. So we got two people watching, two people in the building. Now it went to one. That's okay. Life is life. So I look tired, right? I feel like I look tired. But ooh, how are you guys doing today? How is life treating you? We haven't done this in a while. What was something nice you did for someone or someone did for you this week? Let's go share. Can you guys hear me though? How was your week? How is life treating you? If how is 2024 going? If you feel like 2024 is not serving you justice, don't be so hard on yourself. You know, life just started. We're in a new year. And if you're watching, I'm praying for you. I pray that this year will be new beginnings. Pray that find some positive vibes. Share positive vibes to you guys, positive vibes. But there's one person watching. I don't know who it is. You guys, this is so weird. It's always the eye that's watching. And then you're trying to figure it out. Like, who's watching? Who's watching and not saying anything? That is so weird. If you're watching, shout yourself out. Put your names, like, show yourself that you're watching. I appreciate you supporting us. You know, I'd like to know that you're supporting us and that, you know, oh, you guys, if you didn't know, you can review our page on Facebook. You can put there. I know a few of you guys reach out to me and said like the show, you guys like it, and that the topics are really getting you to think out of the box. So if you like the show, please, please, please help us out. Support us. I don't think we ask for too much, on this show. All we ask you is to support us by one, sharing the show, two, make sure you're following up and you set your notification. And three, invite others. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube page yet, please is at Let's Talk with Miss B. Okay? Okay. I'm gonna put the link in this video in all of my video now, and you can go ahead and subscribe because I'm telling you guys, when my schedule get all fixed up, we're going to be doing more content and I can't wait. But other than that, tonight's show, just wanted to welcome you. My name, if it is your first time watching, I say thank you. And we appreciate you sending you hearts. And if you can just kindly follow us and share our page, we appreciate your support. And if you are someone who is looking for a place just to think about some of those topics that you don't really think about, that you don't want to talk about, some of those topics that in our community we really just want to stray away from. If you're someone that is interested in that, guess what? This is your home. If you're someone, and guys, I just updated my bio, so you can go directly to my Instagram and subscribe, like, follow, whatever you do. Just show some love to your girl, okay? But anyways, let's go ahead. Tonight's topic is we're talking about the difficulties of finding a good man, a good woman. And with that being said, our co-host is here. Hello.
Hey Fee, how are you, man?
I'm good. How you doing?
Hey, I'm good. I'm doing great.
I mean, how did I miss that show today?
Eh?
How did I miss that show today?
You really missed that show, man. You miss it,
You
man.
didn't invite me?
Sorry about that. I hope you'll do one tomorrow and I'll invite you on that.
Yes, please do.
So how is it? How did they going?
Oh, good. Sorry, I was reading the comment. Dorel, you better join this topic. Share it. I was reading the comment there. Not much. I'm so sorry I'm late. Little lady refused to go to bed. She has a little cold. So I was hoping like she will, you know, go to bed early, but she was still playing Mommy's Love. She ended up
Yeah.
falling asleep. Yeah. But welcome. How's your week?
I'm going great.
Nice, nice. I'm just trying to share it and then basically set the see if we're actually live everywhere. But yeah, welcome.
Yeah, I'm trying to share it to myself.
Okay. You guys go ahead and share the show too.
Trying to scream it on my page.
Nice. Yeah, it's a nice topic. It's very, very interesting. You know, I kind of feel like it was the prelude of what I did this afternoon. I was on somebody else's show and people wanted to continue the conversation. They were like, "Why can't you go live?" So that would okay. So I went live and then they never showed up.
Mhm.
It's like, okay. It's like you guys wanted me to go live and you didn't show up. Yeah. I don't think they're following me, so they didn't know. But that's okay. You guys go ahead.
Where are the others?
I don't know. They were talking trash in there.
Especially what his name?
Dennis.
That one from that place, Dennis.
Yeah, he was talking trash. Talking about you show it was the baby.
Yeah, man.
And then he didn't show up. He did not show up.
What you guys doing now? Screening. Okay. Well, you see, I lost access to my Facebook account, so I can
Oh
stream it.
yeah, it did that to me. You have to re-log in.
I don't got patience for that one. Oh.
I
Yeah,
think that was another reason too that took me forever.
I don't got patience. I don't got
I
patience
had
for.
to go back and re-log in and all of that. And I was like, this is good and crazy now.
I don't really got patience for that one right now. You get the relogging. Yeah, I don't really have patience for that right now.
I forgot my because I had to put a really
Because
strong password.
yeah, my password right now, I gotta be looking for it. I don't got patience for that one.
Yeah, that was me.
So I will just share the show.
Oh my god. I was feeling the same way just now.
Yeah.
Family.
So I will just share it and then. So where are the others? Where are they?
They're not here, but we're gonna get started.
We're not gonna wait for them anyway. So
Yeah. Hi guys, welcome. If you haven't shared the show, please share it. Somebody already said this topic is interesting. And Dora, we're gonna paint your question, okay? Your comment. And so I'm almost done sharing. Yes. So, so we're about to share. Wait, I thought I shared. Yes, I did. Dora, we're gonna. All right, guys. So it's an interesting one tonight again. I think we're starting to get really good at this
I
with the
know it.
topics. The topics are getting good and good by the day. I think. How do you find the one? Is that good men, good women? I like that topic.
Yeah, because, I mean, we don't want to. Why is this a topic for me? If only I wasn't, I had you join the conversation. Yeah, the thing here is we try to find a creator. It's one of our listeners and a follower who also suggested the topic, and we decided to maybe paraphrase it, but the same idea continues. So because that shows that our listeners are following, our follower are continue follower, and they are interested in the show. And
Yeah.
so we just had we were encouraging them to also develop topics
Yeah, please. You
and
guys
help.
send us what you want to hear.
That is, yeah. That is courtesy of Miss Mystery or Miss Wanky. So she's
Right?
yeah, she's the
That
one.
was
So,
a good one. Thanks
but
to her.
yeah, but it's important that we I don't know, but where are the others? But we will start the ball rolling,
Yeah.
and I've shared it to most of my platforms. Only the anger patient to go straight and scream, yeah, it's straight because they are at increases, so I'm prepared for that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I was on that thing. I was like, Jesus, where's this password?
You're gonna be looking for password through all the place, man. I'm prepared for that.
But we are glad we're here. I hope you had a great week. If not, a better one is ahead. Um, is it difficult? I think it's kind of like similar to what I was talking about this afternoon. And I don't I think it depends on the individual. So
Yeah, it does. But I'm not sure that we've officially started the show yet to go through the.
no, we haven't started officially, but we're about to. Five, four. Sure. All these people are about to block me from the Facebook page.
Yeah, whatever.
They always block me when I share my show on their pages. It's
They
like
can they
I
can
can't
they can,
find.
they can block you.
I always get in trouble with Facebook. I can't stop promote, I guess.
Yeah.
You
So
guys.
let's start the ball rolling if you can.
Yes, guys, welcome to another beautiful week. We are grateful to be here with you guys. Happy Saturdays. Hopefully, you guys had a great week. But welcome to Let's Talk. My name is Felicia. I'm your host, and I send it over to you.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. Good evening from where you watching us from. Where you watching us from? Liberia. You're watching us from Asia. You're watching us from the USA, Canada, Europe, or any part of the world. You Australia. You're watching us from. We say welcome to the program. Let's talk with Miss Fee this evening. And tonight's topic is very interesting. We are looking at, it is difficult. It's a question. Is it difficult? And we want for us to answer the question tonight on a very objective note. Is it difficult to find a good man or to find good men or women nowadays? Or why not? I mean, we have to answer this question. If it is yes, it should be why not? Why is it difficult? If it is no, why isn't it different? Why? And we're going to be discussing that tonight. So, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us. And together, we all can make this show a better one. My name is Andrew. I'm your host, co host, and Miss Fee is our host. And tonight, we're going to make it better. And the other ones will be Miss Wanky. She's in the how they call it, the USA right now, and she's following us. There was her daughter that went for our program. She brought the topic through, and then she's following us from New York right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good one
So
for
enjoy your
sure.
vacation or wherever you're doing in New York.
Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for suggesting this topic. And we encourage all of you guys as well to share whatever topics that
Not
you're
just sharing the
interested
show.
in.
We got to try to patronize this show here. We got to raise, some funds on this on the show here. To go to expand it to other platform like Instagram and the rest of it, man. We got to create more stars to the show.
You guys gave some stars. You know, all the stars I've been getting, I actually have not looked at them. They're just in the background. Um, I'm just gonna let it sit there. But you guys,
It will one
so
day
we don't
move. You
ask
just
for
let it
too
sit
much,
there. It will one day move. Though.
huh?
I think you just let it sit there. It will one day move from there.
Yeah, we don't ask for much. We just ask you guys to share the show, show us some support. Um, we ourselves are learning a lot from this show as well. I would say for myself, I'm learning so much, and I hope you guys are as well. And as I was saying earlier, you guys can actually go and review our content and tell us, give us feedback, type in the comments. We appreciate all the people that have been sharing and continuing to share the show. I do see great things happening very soon. So
I know.
we tell you thank you for that. But yeah, let's jump into the topic. Is it difficult? We just want to say thank you to one of our viewer for actually suggesting this topic. If you have any guys sharing with us, we can still cover your topic as well.
Okay. So before we start, I want to extend my condolences to a good friend and brother of mine. He's back in Liberia. His name is Isaac Wisa Jr. He's a pastor, friend of mine. Well, today, unfortunately, he lost his elder son.
Oh no.
I think he in his early 20s. The child should be in his early 20s. Um, Young boy. He lost him this evening in Liberia, and if you go on my Facebook page, I just posted a condolence message to him. So, Brother Isaac, we said whatever part of the world you are, what part of you are tonight, I want to extend my deepest condolences to you and your family. Be strong. It is difficult, but call on you to be strong. It is not easy to go through such a things, but we pray that you go through it. And secondly, we want to extend our a speedy recovery to one of our friend and brother. His name is Mr. Marot James Tama Kamun. Junior Kamun is from Firestone. Reverend Say posted today his undergoing serious medical issues at the 14 military hospital in Liberia. He
Oh
tagged me in
no.
that post. So let's remember him in our prayers individually when we pray that our brother should recover speedily.
Wow. Um, those are some heavy news.
Yeah, sure, definitely.
My condolences to the family and pray for speedy recovery. Definitely will be keeping each and every one in our prayers.
Yeah, we appreciate that. Yeah, sure. We got to do that. I know we're gonna do it. So let's keep
Yeah,
praying.
so
I mean,
young.
yeah, he's so young. Death is inevitable. Death is something like can come to everybody's door, anybody do at any time. You're not sure when it will come to our door. Been coming there. Or we just continue to
Right.
pray to the Almighty. I mean, that's it.
Yeah.
Amen. Thank you so much,
Amen.
Eva.
Thank you.
Okay,
Oh,
she just posted a comment there. She would just posted a comment right now. She was the one who came up with a topic, and I hope if you have the time, you can go on the link and click on the link, and then the link will be posted right here, and then you
yeah, I'm
come on
about to pin it.
yeah, just pin the link, and probably you can come on the show live too, and say some things to. Oh, maybe probably you got an experience. There's a reason why you suggested the topic. Probably you get your own experience. So
Yeah, guys, there's a seat at this table for everyone. Whenever you want to join, just come on. Okay.
But while they're into the topic, they asking about it. It is difficult. It is a question. It is difficult to find good women, men or women nowadays. It is difficult. That's the question we should be asking ourselves, and we asking the audience. So probably the audience could join us, so we all together can answer the question. But from our own
Right.
understanding or our own layman point of view, we got to delve into it to know how, why it is, it is difficult. That's the question. Or it is not difficult to find a good woman or a good man nowadays in our society. But while we're going into it, I want to first of all, what is good? Good is relative, right?
Right. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, good is relative. So what
Oh
would
my
be good for you wouldn't be good for the other person. So relatively, good have different meaning. So if we asking
right.
for to find a good woman or to find a good man, it is difficult. How, should we say yes? Should we say no? But it depends the attribute of that particular individual. What the individual comes with. So I wouldn't just jump into it and say yes, it is difficult. I wouldn't just say no, it is not difficult. You got to go into it. Know what is good. Good is a relative term, because what is good for me wouldn't be good for you. And on
Exactly.
that note, we got to understand that the argument will prefer that, well, they said the man is X, Y, and Z. He has all of the potential. He has all of the attributes that a quote unquote good man will possess. But there will be something within that the other person will say, hey, you say all of the things, but this is a fault on him or her. So if we just jump into it and say, yes, it is difficult, or we say no, it is not difficult, then we will be jumping the gun. But it's a very brilliant topic, and we got to continue to go into it. I just want to use that as my intro before we delve into it, saying that good is relative. So when we know that good is relative, we're gonna know how to approach this part of it. Thank you, Miss.
Right. Thank you. I just noticed I'm gonna actually have you keep going. I just noticed there's this autocorrect keep messing up my stuff. So I need to update the banner real quick.
Okay, no problem. Why is she two here tonight?
I'm sorry, you people.
Why is she two?
Yeah, yeah, leave me alone.
But why you can't see, man? Why you photocopying yourself here? Eh, why are you photocopying
Y'all
yourself?
leave me, yeah. And I'm my nose too, I show y'all.
I know. Yeah.
No, no.
So audience, our viewer, wherever you are, we want you to partake. Come on and say something. Come in the comment section, probably write your comment. It is difficult. It is difficult to find good men or women nowadays. That is the question we want to answer tonight.
Right. Yeah, sorry,
Well,
man.
like I said, I wouldn't say yes and I wouldn't say no because good in itself is relative.
Right.
What is good for a female may not be good for me.
That's
And
true.
someone will say, no, why is good for the goose will be good for the gander? And
That's my first time hearing that.
yeah, what is good for the goose will also be good for the gander. That that's
My
that's
first time
that's a
hearing
common thing people say now every time, man. What is good for the goose will be good for the gander.
that.
Yeah, but it not necessarily apply in relationship though. Because what is good for me, it doesn't necessarily have to be good for you. But that
Right.
related as related to men and women in our society when it comes to relationship. Is it difficult? Madam Wangi, you are here and we want you to talk. Put your comment. Come on, you come on with suggestion. We want to discuss it. Well, come on. Do something, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So are you ready now, Fee, or was you still continue to talk something?
Continue, yeah, coming. I'm sorry, you guys. This autocorrect is messing me up real big time.
But why can you leave it? You want to continue to go on there?
No, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
Okay, great.
It's just bugging me to see it not look right.
I know.
All right, I just seen it. I just
And
fixed
it's
it.
why or why not? Yep.
Yeah. All right. So is it? I honestly think it's based on the individual because, like today, I don't know if anybody saw the live that I did. I was kind of like chatting with someone who joined, and but in the comment section said, um, when people wants to get into relationship these days, we always say it's hard. And something that I pointed out today that I'm gonna repeat again. I think people need to prepare themselves and be ready for a relationship. I think a lot of people are not ready, but we subconsciously tell ourselves we're ready. And we think being ready is by having money. You
Hmm.
might have the money, but if you don't have that, drive and all the equipment that it takes to actually make a relationship, not like a romantic one, just a relationship in general. If you don't have that, how are you going to actually tolerate another individual, right? So I think, and another thing that I said today was, what people don't understand is that your very first relationship, if you know you're going to be great in a relationship or how you're going to look, is actually look at the relationship you have with your siblings and your parents, because those are the very first startup relationship that you are ever going to enter in. And if that's rocky, then you need to start self-evaluating and see how to fix that, before you can actually look at yourself. Because if you are not coming in correct, how are you going to get the right one for you that you think is right? So that's what I think is based on the individual, their level of understanding of what relationship is. And it's the amount of time they've actually put in to get to know themselves, to build themselves in order to identify the individual that they actually want. Like, going to the whole family situation, your brothers and sister, you learn to tolerate when you guys get into an argument. How are you? Like, look at yourself. How are you in those arguments? Number two, like your parents, when they give you instruction, are you more like, I don't want to do it? Are you adamant about not doing it and just like, okay, I'll just do it because you said it, or you're seeing the reason behind it. Like just really looking deep into yourself, because once you're ready and you think you're able to, when you get into a relationship, the one that you choose, because you're not choosing your family, they're coming to you as it is, right? So if you choose that this is the person you want to be with, you should have really self-evaluated yourself and actually look and say, you know what, this is what I'm able to. And I know there's this whole word going around where it's like opposite attract. I don't think so. I think like mind attracts each other, because if you're going with the whole opposite attract, that's where the problem comes from. It's like, okay, I just have to deal with this because
That's another topic by itself. Hmm.
right,
Hmm.
right, right.
Hmm. Hmm.
So that's just my take on that for now. I think it's based on the individual. If you're ready and you know you're ready, you're going to find someone that's like minded. You got to be equipped and ready for that season that you're about to enter into, because every stage of your life is a season. And if you're not ready and prepared for it, how are you going to handle it? So, therefore, I don't know. I don't think there's wrong or right person for anyone. I don't think there's wrong man. I just think people are not properly groomed and equipped to jump into a relationship. People jump into it because it's a trend, or they reach to a certain age. They're like, oh, we gotta hurry up. And then also we're pushing, a lot of us are being pushed these days, either by society or by family, by being more educated. We think the more we're educated is the more we're going to be great in a relationship. And in my opinion, I think no. I think if you're going to go, it should go hand in hand. If you're going to get yourself educated, you should also be able to have people skills to be able to compromise and understand an individual in order for you to build that life. Because at the end of the day, what are you educating yourself for? Like, why you want the better job? What is all of that for? Are you just gonna get in, sit them in a room and be like, okay, I'm done. Wow, I did great. Felicia, I am the best. No, you're doing it because eventually you want to be able to provide for the people that you're going to bring into this world, and the partnership that you're going to build with your wife, husband, whatsoever, however you refer to your partner. So yeah, that's it. That's all I have right now.
Yeah, thank you so much, Fee. I mean, you strike a beautiful point, and I just want to contribute further on what you just mentioned. If we look at the entire topic on discussion tonight, yes, you wouldn't just say you're going to find a good man or you're going to find a good woman. You're going to try to look for the right person at the right time, and like you said, you know, like minds, think the same way, and they get attracted to each other magnetically, the magnetic, because in the magnet, if you have an opposite pole, you cannot attract, you know. So, but once you have similar characteristics and similar or values, if similar attributes, then you could get attracted to each other. But the point of having a good woman or finding a good woman or good man, it depends on the individual involved. And like you said, people jump into relationship because they feel like jumping in a relationship, and because other people are in a relationship. And I think the beef released on the Ben Wagonism, because Fee have entered a relationship and a relationship is souring, is going to the peak, and then because she's my my mate, she's my peer group, and then we were born maybe the same year or probably the same time, and then she I mean, we were colleagues in school or whatever, and she's making impact, tremendous impact in her relationship, and then I say, oh, myself, I need to run and get into a relationship because my friend Fee will not leave me behind. And then and I was sort of in the relationship without evaluating that person you have met already. You see, so at the end of the day, you was like, oh, is he a good person? How will you know whether that person is a good person? If you don't properly evaluate the person before jumping into the person's life. So normally what you people do to say difficulty to find to find a good woman or to find a good man, I would say, well, it is not an issue of being difficult. The people are there, but it takes self-evaluation to be able to identify that person. Because the word good will not be written on someone's face. It will not be written on my face to say, oh, that guy is a good guy. So until I exhibit the values, I exhibit the characters, those moral values, the respect for the individual, the being honest, honesty. Until those things are revealed to the another person, they will not take me to be good. So you cannot just cast a dark cloud on everybody. That, oh, everybody just the same. No, you will not say the throne is good and the person is waiting on the person's forehead. No. How will you know? You got to self-evaluate the person. You got to get in contact with the person before you know whether that person is good or bad in a relationship. Now, this thing we're talking about relationship wise between two parties, a man and a woman. But it is difficult. I would say no, it is not difficult. But how to find that person, you got to search and carry your own evaluation. You should set a benchmark. You should have your deal breaker in a relationship. What are your deal breakers? You should set them. If the person goes by your deal breaker, you say, oh yes, this person is the best person. If the person doesn't go about it, they say, well, I don't think the person is, because in every relationship, everybody has a deal breaker. Everybody has a likes and dislike in a relationship. So if you saw what the person likes and what the person doesn't like, and you try to analyze everything and bring them on one canopy, then you will understand whether that person is good or bad. But in the absence of that, you will not just go find somebody up there and say, this person is a good person. This woman is good, this man is good. You cannot just determine that someone is good if you are not finally evaluated the person, social activity, you know, their physical activity, that spirit, whatever thing that make other men, you have not fully evaluated it, or that woman, you have not fully evaluated it, and you say, oh, this person is a good man. So in order for you to know that someone is good, you need to uh, evaluate the person, and not just rushing into the person's life, because you don't want to make that mistake that tomorrow you say, oh, I regretted what I jumped into it. And that's the mistake men all make. When you get into something, you say, oh, I regret the second I ever met you. I didn't know that you were a liar of this person. Then at the end of the day, they start to use all kind of adjectives on you, which is
Right.
not good for the relationship, in my view, for now.
All right. Thank you so much for that. And there's a point that you just made that just reminded me of a video that I watched this week. I watched this guy was actually making fun of the video. And in the video, this lady, she met this man for like few months, and then she felt like she was in love. So they got married. And they've been together for 3 years. They've been married for 3 years. And within that 3 years, they have two, no, three children, if I'm not mistaken, either two or three. Uh, so then while she was home taking care of the baby, the guy was home too, and he was shaving. And then I guess his phone was laying right next to her, and the phone had another lady that texted him and say, "Hey babe, I'm waiting for you. I'll just be sitting in the park waiting when you come." And then she read it and she flipped out, you know. And basically, the reason I'm sharing is because in that video, she said that I met him. I thought he was a good man. I thought we loved each other and I loved him. And excuse me, my throat is really acting up today. And the guy that was actually in the video, he said, I don't understand why women meet men. They've been together for 3 years and have three children. So he's like, I don't understand why women meet men and automatically have children with them because they feel like they know them. Like, you don't even know him. He has a whole relationship, and she took upon herself to go, confirm the lady because he knew the address, what the woman texted in the phone. But I just say this to say is like, I don't think it matters like when you meet someone or whatsoever. I think if you yourself is an honest individual and you've worked on yourself, I honestly believe you attract people that are similar to who you are. And if you put yourself in the right place, like finding a good man, I think before people start to think about that is for you to list all your things to yourself. Try to understand, like, are you a good woman? Would you consider yourself as a good woman? And then start to write down what are those qualities that you think make you a good woman. And then also try to think also, if you were to find a gentleman, how what good is that? What do you consider good? I think in this world, I honestly believe you can get anybody if you set yourself up for success. And success, I know a lot of people thinking is like money, all of that. No, success meaning like the things you're feeding your mind, the people you associate yourself with, the areas where you place yourself also can limit you as well. So do I think there? I think so. I think there are good men and good women these days, in my opinion, what that is. And that saying people with integrity, people that are honest, and people that know what they want. But 9 times out of 10, I will tell you, women do not look for those women because they're not quote unquote. I'm speaking from a woman perspective. I would say they're not quote unquote the type of man they would say they're attractive to. And and I think that's where people do disservice to themselves because when you are with certain people and they fit those values and those things that you hold so highly, they can become attracted to you. But and I do understand physical attraction has to be there, but I think people should start thinking beyond just physical attraction. And that goes back to our topic from last week about divorce. And I think that's where this is going. Because it's like, if you're not a good man, a woman, if I'm not good, why would I think Andrew is good that I will want to be with him? Right. And how do I know my good, the definition of good from my perspective? How do I know it's the other person as well? So I just feel like we said earlier, it's all about what it is you want. And yeah, it's your own perspective. Right.
Yeah,
I'll stay right there and let you take it on.
yeah. I just quickly did, and someone says,
Hmm.
uh, there are no good women.
Ooh.
He said there are no good women.
And his definition.
Yeah, and he said, but that he mean that there are no inherently good women or women, especially when it comes to what you perceive as good. So you cannot find any good woman. You cannot find any good woman, you know, inherently what you think as good, especially when it comes to what you perceive as good. Given that
Wow.
our own devices, men and women, will devolve into our most vile and twisted upward state. But it can only come from an inward place that most of us would rather not entertain or admit to having, as well known Christian pastor said it. So the person said, there are no good women. The key word he said, you cannot find, there are no inherently good women, especially when it comes to what you perceive as good. So what you perceive as good, you cannot find anybody like that. It's difficult to find somebody like that. It is very, very much difficult to find someone of such. So why it is difficult? Why is it so difficult to find a good woman or say a man? But the person is focused directly on woman. Why is it so hard to find a good woman who wants to be with you for you and not because of what you have? Vice versa, the men too as well. Why is it difficult to find that person? So when you perceive that, when you look at the word good, you cannot find it just into somebody like that. You cannot just find it into somebody, into a female, into a man like that. I mean, I think the topic is so broad, it's interesting. But when you
Right.
look at it, when it comes to the issue of the women aspect, I think they say if you want to get married or in a relationship to have someone to help and take care of each other during difficult time, forget about it. As men finding as inexpensive hobby to keep you busy during the free time. So you see, men will come, and there's something that men will come with all kind of stuff. Men will say, look, I want the kind of woman to be like this. Meanwhile, he doesn't have that other. The woman will say, I want the kind of man to be like this. Meanwhile, she herself doesn't have that other attributes or that characteristic. The men will also come and do the same thing. So you only look for somebody that get attracted to you, that you get attracted to. Not is using our definition of using our word good. Good. No. Because to find that kind of person, it will be difficult. Because if I'm very short, so and
Right.
a sort of woman will say, no, I don't like a short guy like you.
A lot of women don't want short guys.
Yeah.
That's why they're struggling.
Yeah, that's the thing. So they will always lay something on it.
Right.
I mean, I want to pause there. Maybe you can go.
Yeah. So when and as we're having this conversation, something just ran in my mind, right? When you ask a man will say no, there are no good women. And of course they're basing on what it is they're looking for. And then when you ask a woman, they're gonna say there's no good men. And then I'm gonna pose this question back. Who's raising these men and women?
That's
If
the issue.
we, yeah,
I said that's the issue.
yeah, I mean, if we're saying, if a woman is saying there's no good man, but then we look at statistics, maybe I'm probably, I don't have like the actual numbers, but I'm just gonna guess here. If we're saying 70% of women are single mothers, right? And they're raising these men, why can't that be good men? Because you already know the ones that came before are not good men. So now why can't you raise these ones to be great for the next generation? And then we see few men that are single dads, or, so the problem is us. It's not the fact that we are not creating the environment for us to have good men and women, because at the end of the day, we ourselves are raising men and women. you know we're putting them into the world. Everybody else is responsible, because somebody's going to say, well, I raised my kids to be this way. Another person will say, I raised my kids to be this way. Well, they're not going to be kids forever. Newsflash. They're going to become adult. They're going to want partners in life, and you have to install those values. That's why I said earlier, um your siblings. You'll see people fight with their brothers and sisters, sometimes head to head, but at the same time, they still are there for each other. Why? Because they understand that there is no way out.
Mm-hmm.
you know, there is absolutely no way out. I either love you, I hate you, but I still love you. I don't want to talk to you, but I have to deal with you. And I think when people start to understand that type of relationship, that type of love, then now they'll understand how to find someone. Is it because you're not gonna go into it thinking like, yeah, I'm gonna tell you guys about the American way. I'm gonna have a 2.5 children, the 2 kids and the dogs and the husband and wife. We had the house, we are working, he takes me out on dates, and we come back, we live a happy life, and that's it. No, you know. So I think when people are thinking about good, you should depend. It should just be based on. This is just my opinion. I think you should look at yourself and try to define it. Am I a good woman? Okay. If I say yes, what makes me a good woman?
Mm-hmm.
You know, then start to look at that.
Yeah,
But don't.
because before you even create a parameters, before you
Right.
even create a scenario, or say give a condition to something, right? You should first of all
Yeah.
evaluate yourself. Do I possess such attributes? Do I?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
You know, am I good? Okay. Am I good for me, or am I good for somebody else?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's another question too to ask yourself, because I might look at myself, what, I am a 10, I'm 100%. I don't care what you tell me. I know it all. I'm beautiful. I'm this, I'm blah, blah, blah. And then somebody else might look at me and say, she has a bad attitude. She's rude, you know? So I think people ought to be very humble when they're looking at themselves, look at what the world consider good. Look at what your family and your own personal value look at you as good.
Mm-hmm.
And then compare that and start to work on yourself. Because nowadays you hear a lot of women that said, I'm ready for a good man. I have done the work. What work have you done? And there's nothing tangible. And then they'll say I'm a good wife because I can cook, I can clean. Well, newsflash, there are men who can cook and they can clean, they can do all
Mm-hmm.
of that.
Mm-hmm.
What makes you good? And I think that's where a lot of people in our generation is missing that. They need to really dig deeper, look deeper. It's not just, because the quote unquote good wives is someone who stay at home, can cook, clean, and do this. No, that is not just that.
Mm-hmm.
How good are you? Are you able to provide emotional support when that time is needed? Are you praying for your family? Maybe to another man, that's something that he considered good. Are you praying for your family? Are you always looking for a way out to support your family? Are you providing social, physical support? Even, like in a smallest way, a lot of us women, our millennial women, we don't understand, quote unquote, they call it modern women. We don't understand that maybe a man might call you a good woman. And guys, the reason I'm focusing on women because I only know from my perspective as a woman. A man might say she's a good woman. She reach out to my family, my mom, like she can talk to my mom. My mom is able to talk to her. She understand, or my siblings can get along with her. Everybody has what they think is good. So when you're considering yourself good, how are you around these people? That's what I think. So
Yeah, that's vice versa. That's vice versa too.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
because building a relationship, it's not going to be limited to, you know, one person you wanting to say, oh well, the person I want to build a relationship with, if the person does he or she have other than
yeah,
attributes or so. No, you yourself, you should first of all do a self evaluation, do a self audit, relationship audit for yourself.
exactly.
Yeah, do a self audit for yourself. If I'm going to the lady and wanting this kind of character in a woman, do I possess the character too as well?
Right,
I want this woman to love my family. Do I in return, or will I in return love her family? I want this woman to be able to take care of the kids. Do I also will have the time to take care of the kids? You see, it should be a win-win thing.
yeah,
It's not just casting on one person and you say, "Oh, this is the kind of woman I want." Then I assume she's good. No. So you as a man, you should play your part. Because before you get into a woman life, you should self-examine yourself. Will I be okay if I get into the relationship? What I expect from her is, am I doing it? Am I really doing those things I expect from I want the woman to do? But if you're not doing it, then you want her to keep her in the home as what? As some kind of toy, or what you going to keep her in
right,
the home for? Or to beat her as a drum, so that if she doesn't do the thing you expect her to do, even though you say you don't possess such quality or such characteristics, and you want her to have it. So good
right.
is something that we have to look at, because you yourself you evaluate yourself to see whether you have it before you even focus on asking another woman to have it.
I
You know,
agree.
it's difficult in a relationship. People have, do's and don'ts, but it takes the understanding of the both partner to say, look, what we're doing here or what we intend to do, these are what I want to, these are my deal breaker. The woman comes with hers, the man comes with his. At the end of the day, you get on the drawing board. But to just say, look, I want you to be good, and you list all your conditions for the person to be good, even though you yourself you don't meet the requirement, like you went to a job interview. The qualification of the job description, even the manager himself cannot even perform a particular task. Yeah, but he want the subordinate who coming in to be able to perform that task.
Right.
That is something, I mean, that people don't understand. So in my mind, I think uh good is something relative, and
Yeah.
individuals going into relationships should self-examine themselves. And like I see, Fee, I don't think we have much audience tonight, and so
Right.
I don't know. So what we doing? I don't know. They're not interested in the topic or what or what. It's one little busy.
No, there's a lot of different shows going on right now.
Okay. And
There's
that's
G's, there's G's happening around.
more G's, eh?
Yeah, a lot of G's happening.
I know.
So people on their G's. Nobody want, yeah, oh no, nyama nyama.
No, we're talking something with sense, but probably they
I know.
they don't want to focus on this tonight, so it doesn't matter anyway. It,
Yeah, there's a lot of different things going on right now. I just, I use my other phone to scan what's happening,
okay.
and there are a few things happening right now. So, but if you guys are just joining, because if you notice, people are coming in and leaving.
Yeah,
They're
that's what we're
coming
doing.
in.
Yeah.
They want CFGC and then they go back. But this is a really great topic. I think another thing too I want to add to this topic, and good thing at least it's not gonna be it's not gonna be too long tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So that way, because I know we have church tomorrow. But I think, and I know a lot of people probably like this grandpa, she always talk about parents. I do because I think those foundations are very key. I think God doesn't make mistake when God made us human being as part of creation, especially in this date and time where we're at. I think it's very, very important that we play our role as either aunties, uncles, mom, dad, brother, sister. It looks like people are coming now. Um, but if we're not preparing our children's, our daughters, and our son, how good is it that we can say there are no good men and women? Because
Mm-hmm.
those kids becomes adults,
Yep.
and those value that you instill in them, they might not listen to it right there and then. I will tell you, there were some things they used to tell me, I'm like, this is absolutely nuts. Like, why would I want to do that? And now that I'm of age, when I sit and think about it, I was like, wow, that makes sense. So, those things, you still have to plant those seeds, because eventually it's going to grow and it's going to become them, and they're going to start trying to face the world and their reality that they learn from you. So, all I'm going to say is, one, if you're going to be looking for an individual, I'm just going to straight out say, even though it's based on individual, I still do believe there are good men and women in the world. But I think you have to prepare yourself and be equipped to be able to meet those people, because I don't believe in opposite attracts. I actually believe like-minded people attract. And they tend to figure out if they're as similar as they can be. And if not, they keep it moving. So I think people should do self-evaluation, like you said. And another thing too, if you're single, get out of the house, please. I think that's the problem. Like, get out of the house, do activities, do things that you like, because maybe while you're doing those activities, you'll meet people there, and then you guys can build from there. So if you're single, don't lay in your bed. I know a lot of Black women, they're very lazy in dating. Like, get out of the house, do something, like go do an activity, go to either church if that's what you love to do things that are related to church. If you like hiking, do things that are related to hiking, because eventually you'll meet somebody there. If you like the beach, go to the beach. You don't have to be in the water.
Well,
Carry the boat, sit
in case you go there to the places
there.
and you set your bar so high and you cannot find the person that meet your taste.
Well, I think that's the problem. Don't go there looking for it. Go there to have fun and enjoy yourself. And I think eventually, I don't believe in people like going and setting expectation for things. No. I feel like your expectations should already be built. You already know what you want. So don't go there haunting. Like, don't go there like, oh, I'm finding that man tonight and that's it. Or I'm that girl, I gotta find that girl today. The girl will walk right over there and I'll see her. I think that's the problem. I think when you unexpectedly are somewhere, it's just getting yourself in the environment of what it is you want. You know, when you're there and eventually when it happens, you already know you're ready for it. That's what I think.
Yeah, I mean it's true, but the thing here is
Hmm.
many of them said. I mean, I don't have to be biased here. I got to be straight to the point, right?
Yeah.
I got to be objective. Many persons, men or women, okay,
Hmm.
some of them set the bar so high.
Right.
They set the bar so high. They would say, "Oh, I want to go to this. I want the kind of man," and
Women
they
make
start to
their man
describe. They will start to describe the kind of man they really want.
tall, dark, and
and,
handsome
and,
with
and,
money.
and you keep setting that kind of bar and you cannot find that kind of person. Meanwhile, your time is running out. Then people will say, well, you're going to take with government, boom.
Then when they turn 35, you seen that video?
Yeah, they will
God,
tell you,
anything will happen right now.
yeah, they will tell you you take with government, boom. Because at certain age, if you are not fully settled down, for the men, it doesn't matter though.
Right, and that's the
Yeah,
unfairness of society.
yeah, the man, it doesn't matter. The guy will still be in his 60s and he's going to marry someone, that he have, half as an age, he wouldn't care.
He can do it,
He
and
can do
women
it.
accept it
The women accept it. They will go
because
for it.
at that point, right? Because at that point, you men hit your financial stride by the age of 45 and up. So when you Hi, Leroy. Thank you. Yeah. Leroy is the only person on this show that I always notice I try to come looking good on this show.
Yeah, Leroy, get off from here, man.
Leroy, I just saw you on CC Mentine show.
I see why they following CC Menti because what did they follow? Yeah,
Everybody on CC Mentine show tonight, she's
yeah.
debating the G's bugs.
On this, I don't understand why people follow her, but because she talks. I mean, I don't know, right?
I thank you, not America for us.
No, I don't know why she can be talking anyway. I don't follow her. I want accidentally, but by coincidence when I come on, or I see her live or somebody share about coincidence and I listen to some, I just pass by. I don't really listen to her. I don't get patient.
She's selling Kowalski. Sometimes it be hilarious though. I'm not gonna lie. It's my guilty pleasure sometimes. I just be laughing like, are you kidding me? You guys, You know, I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna leave it as that.
Well,
I will tell you, Facebook had really helped me to know about Liberians, in general. I had no idea about us. Um, because I think the environment that I placed myself in, I was so close minded to everything. But the past 3 years have really taught me about us in general. I've learned so much. I've learned a lot.
yeah, that how it looks. So people,
Yeah.
but
But hi, Leroy. Tonight we're talking about if it's difficult to find a good man or woman, and we said it depends on the individual. We're actually gonna be closing the show in about 10 minutes.
yeah, sure. I mean, we gotta close it in 10 minutes.
Oh, another piece of the topic that I was rushing, I couldn't type it all in the banner there is those women, those I don't want to say women. I'm always going to the default women. So those individual that are in relationship that doesn't care about their partner, should the people that are single take them away from them? Even though I don't believe people can take someone from someone, I think people just leave relationship. But again, that's my opinion. But I feel
Uh,
like, mhm.
no, people, people, people can take them away from them.
Really, you believe that?
Sure, because if you get a relationship
Mhm.
and you are not focusing on that relationship, and the person see your weaknesses, and they see you are not doing those things to your fiancé, and then the other person on the side, and seeing all of your thoughts, and the man or the woman capitalizes on your fault, the other person will just jump into it. The person will start doing good things. Will start with doing the best A, B, C, D. They start to do it. They look at
Ah,
your weaknesses and use it as your strength. That's how they do it. So people always go and see, especially when a guy is in a relationship with two persons, and one person is not putting time in the relationship, and another person is putting time in the relationship. The one that is putting time in the relationship will always get the edge, because he or she going to use, or she going to use the weakness of the other person as her strength
mhm.
to be able to snatch that person away. So yes, it's possible.
Wow.
Once you are not serious in a relationship, someone who has something will come and snatching away, and that person will be gone forever. Yeah, it does happen.
So you don't think that person just left the relationship, that they were like just comparing and then
Everybody
decided
in a
they don't want to be.
relationship, everybody in a relationship needs something better. I wouldn't want to use the word good, or needs something that will satisfy them. Needs something that will someone that will make them happy. So if you're not making a
Right.
person happy in a relationship, and someone else is making that person happy, obviously the person will focus on a person. That person's attention will be outside there to that person than you over there.
Mm.
Yeah, that's what I think.
That's interesting. I never looked at it that way. I always thought that if I'm in a relationship with someone and if they can be taken away, that means you weren't meant to be with me. I just feel like, because if you think that I was doing something that is not, that you're not happy or satisfied with, why not can we talk about it and work on it? So I don't think whatever somebody else do out there would just take me away. Like for me right now, I don't think anybody would just come and just sway me, right? Even if my relationship was going downhill, I just feel like that would be something that
But
I would
that's
want
the
out
issue
of
of
them.
individual differences comes about.
Right, right,
That's the issue that individual differences come about. For
right,
you got a stronger mind to stand and fight for what you want, but other people don't have a stronger mind to fight for it.
right. Okay, that makes sense. So, Lyra, what do you have to add to this topic, or you left? You gone back?
Yeah, nothing to add. He just came to say good day, family, looking goofy. That's all he wants to say here.
Lyra, come back here. You can watch this
I'm
show
not seeing
tonight.
Reversa Pro. I'm not seeing Reversa Pro. Jimmy is up. What's his
River
name?
says, bro, he never see the notification. He said once in a while and get it. I told him to set that notification. I'm gonna go find River says Pro and tell him to come here.
What he would do? We got 5 minutes ago. What he would do? You ain't got nothing to say there
I
again.
know, right? But it's been a really nice exchange. I actually enjoy the show, even though it's short. I like it.
Oh, I enjoy it to myself. At least two out there
Yeah.
in the art and sharing some views. I think it's very important for us. Yeah.
Yeah, but nice, nice, nice topic. Please, you guys, DM us, send us topics, things that you would like us to talk about. Maybe tomorrow I'll look for something hot. I have a list of topics that I wrote down. I'm gonna look for something to stir the pot.
Yeah, we're looking for something to stir the pot, and then we'll bring it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna look through there. I like to watch
But
other
what I
content.
noticed, our
Mhm.
Sunday show can get more viewers compared to our Saturday show.
Yeah, Sunday is when people really are out here. But the new show time that I'm working on, hopefully it will work for everybody. I'm hoping maybe we could do like a 6:30-ish. Um, I don't know. Hopefully. I'm just waiting for my new schedule. Yeah, the people are trying to change my schedule. It's gonna be crazy. But it will be good for me because instead of traveling to different centers, I'll be at one location, which is a blessing. I've been wanting that for a while. So So that worked out for me.
Yeah.
But it's the hours now. I gotta figure out what is it. What is it gonna be? Oh man. Oh, but it's been a really nice show. We thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any comment or contribution to it, you can type it in the comment section. But like we said, it's an individual um thing. Like if you are looking for someone, I think you should prepare yourself for it. I think there are still good men and women in the world, but I think it's just based on what it is you're looking for. And are you true to yourself? You know, a lot of people are not true to themselves as to what they want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, do you want? It's kind of like there was this video. I'm gonna share that video with you. There was this video in my women's group. Chad, they has sent it in there. The woman, she's like, she just turned, I guess, 31 or something. She says she has two suitors that she's trying to decide, and she's like, "Guys, show me a sign. Show me a sign. Which one is the wrong one? Which one is the right one?" And the picture kept falling, and she keep picking it up, saying like, "Show me a sign." The picture even ripped. She went and took it and stick it back together. Show me a sign. It's like,
Uh-oh.
are you truthful to yourself as to what it is you want? Once you realize that, I think everything else falls in place. And
Definitely.
don't say you want a lot of women say, I want a God fearing man,
Hmm.
but they're looking for this God fearing man somewhere else out in the world. Like, are you being truthful to yourself? Are you a God fearing woman? I mean, let's just be honest with ourselves what it is we want. And I think once you do that, you realize there are some good men, and good doesn't mean they're perfect. So that's another thing too. I think people really need to consider. Good
Well,
doesn't
you
mean,
just start that word good because good mean doesn't mean you are perfect.
yeah. So
You're
I
perfect.
think sometimes women in general, because I don't know about men, but women in general, we think like good is perfect man. The, another topic that I really wanted us to cover is this whole soulmate thing. Like, what is that?
Who is your soulmate?
Yeah, like, people always like, oh, he's my soulmate. She is my soulmate. Like, I really want to understand what that means because I look at relationship as a partnership, as a contract, especially when you jump into marriage. It's like, I think that's a contract you're signing. It's not about love, it's not about all of that. It's about, can you be there for me when I can't be there for myself? Can I be there for you when you can't be there for when you can be there for yourself? Then together we build that love for each other. That's how I see it. But I really want to understand what a soulmate is. Like, what is that? What does it look like? I mean, is there something magical beyond this world? Or are they looking at it from what standpoint? If anybody can answer my question, please type it in the comment section. I don't care whenever you watch this video. What is a soulmate?
Well, I think I don't know the definition, but from my own understanding, I
Yeah.
think it's have to do with the issue of relationship. Someone that is a bond, an intimate bond between two persons, a woman and a man.
Mm,
One cannot do without the other. That's my own understanding about this one soulmate. I mean, we are so attached to each other, we are so connected to each other that we cannot easily let go of each other. That's my
wow.
own understanding about that soulmate thing there. So
Yeah. I mean, I
I
thought
like
so as much.
like we were made for each other.
Nice. I thought about that, right? But then I look back and see the people that actually use it and said they're soulmate, right? They're connected beyond this world, right? But they're reason like you look and they're filing for divorce. Like what happened? That's why I'm so confused. Like, what is that? Like,
Well, yeah, divorce is an eminent thing. Is you cannot rule it out in any relationship. Is
what?
that particular social contract is being broken? So through divorce. So marriage is a contract, it's a legal things that band two persons together, and then a divorce is the one that dissolve that part of the marriage of that legal contract.
Right.
So it like the marriage is like a salt, and then the divorce is like a water you pour on the salt, dissolve that entire process. And so, if someone says it was my soulmate, you cannot rule divorce off into a relationship, because eventually it will come depending on how the two person relate to each other, what causing it, what are the problems in them that leading to divorce around here. So probably about the issue of the soulmate issue, it get you confused, because you say, well, you are my soulmate, I cannot do it all, you cannot do it all me, and two all we born
Right.
here together, we die here together. And then at the end of the day, you see somebody, fire in divorce, who are just too up right now and say, he's my soulmate, I love him, I love her so much. And at the end of the day, kind of people putting in divorce. It's worrisome, and it brings trouble into relationships. So they cannot advise anybody in the future, or any young generation that coming up that wanting to get married.
Right. I mean, I understand that that's where, and you just kind of like answer that. It's just like, okay, if I can't live without you and we're connected beyond this world, so will you say your judgment of human being is wrong? You're just in the moment?
Well,
I don't know.
that's I think that's how they feel, because
In the
and this
moment.
and this is why you got to be very, very, very careful how to come up with utterances, how to say some things there,
Right.
because you are not truthful to yourself. And that's the thing we were saying here earlier, right? You got to be
Yeah.
truthful to yourself before wanting to set a bar into a relationship, because that person in your own mind, that person is not a soulmate, but because
Yeah.
you want to for the person. And then you say, oh, you use all the romantic words, and at the end of the day to get the person. And then when you finally get the person, now at the end of the day, now, well, you trust
Yeah.
them.
And I also, the question, if there are good people, I think, and I'm just trying to think about the person that asked this question or brought this topic. I think it's all about when people show you who they are, and then you get into something, and then later on realize that's not who they are, they're pretending, you know? And I think that just goes back to, I just believe like we as human beings need to know that life is 50-50. You're going to be, there's a 50% chance you're going to be disappointed. And there's a 50% chance you are going to be, happy. You know, that's just how I kind of like live my life. I just feel like 50% of life or whatever it is I'm doing, you know, it's going to be great. And the good thing about it is I put my mind to what I'm like, you know what? Since I already know 50% of life is going to be great, I'm not even worried about the great part. I'm going to just focus on being myself when the 50% where it's not going to be great happen. And I think a lot of people should start to think about that, because you can only control you, whatever you do, you can only control that. You can control how you react, how you act to things, how people treat you, like what you want to say, but you cannot control what somebody else say. So I think the focus should be on you just being a good person. And then you pray that the person that you are going to end up with be half as good as you. And that's all I have for tonight.
Yeah.
I rest my case. Thank you.
Yeah, it was a nice show tonight, even though we were only two persons here tonight. And but I mean, it's wonderful that we sometimes we have you kind of interactions. Not all the time you won't get all of your panelists here to be
Yeah.
able to discuss the key things, something. But we're looking forward to another brilliant and mind blowing show on tomorrow Sunday. About the
Yeah.
same time, 8:30, and I think it will be a very important one tomorrow. Together, we all can come and chip chat and discuss on issues as it relates to relationships ourselves. But let's think about the topic what we're going to be discussing on tomorrow, and then we move on. Probably if I guess so, I'll put it there, and then we'll just sit down and decide it and see which kind of topic that will stimulate the entire discussion.
Yeah, we need something hot tomorrow. We're gonna bring all of them from the corners.
This topic is very hot too. It's good, but then
It is.
people, I think they are following other things. They get busy in other things. I think
Yeah,
we should have kept this topic for Sunday because
probably. Yeah,
probably we should
yeah,
have kept it for Sunday. But we cannot do a rewind right now. Maybe probably after 2 weeks we can bring it back on a Sunday to do part
yeah.
of this topic so we can hear the audience. That people come, but we have Benry's. We have what her name? What her name? Sir, what's your friend name?
Uh,
Ed,
um,
Ed came on the
Anna,
show, and then
Anna.
Anna Benrys and the rest of the people, so they could come and join us, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
but
guys, that was a great show. Thank
yes,
you
sir.
guys for following. Make sure you share,
Yeah.
subscribe to our YouTube page, and share,
Oh,
share, share, share.
okay then.
All right. Thank you so much. Have a great night.
Bye bye.
Bye, guys. And that's the end. We're good.